Hey guys, Kelly Frederick here, Diamond Leader at Works Global. This is part 2 or guide number 2 for our one-on-one guided videos, webinars, whatever you want to call them. So if you have not watched the first one, go do that before you start this one. The first part is network marketing and markets. That's the title of it. So that's first prerequisite to watching this one. The second prerequisite is to make sure that you have a 100's list and a potentials list with you right now. And sorry, I'm listening to my daughter at the same time. You need to have those with you to do this one-on-one part. Also make sure you print out the one-on-one guide. It's called 100's list and potentials list. Looks like this. Okay, you need to have all those taken care of, ready to go for this one-on-one guide. So if you have not done any of those or all of those, pause this video, go finish watching part 1, get your 100's list and your potentials list ready, print out the guide, and then we will get started. So pause now if you have not done that. Okay, so the 100's list is a list of 100 people that you know. The easiest way to make a 100's list, you guys, is go through your Facebook friends list and write down every single person's name. Just write it down. It doesn't matter who they are, where they come from. Obviously, if they're a part of It Works, don't write them down. But everyone else, just start listing, okay? In your eSuite, your back office, under Documents, there is a 100's list page you can use, or you can just use notebook paper or whatever. There's also a memory jogger if you need help coming up with people to put on your 100's list or to contact or whatever. There's a memory jogger there. It's literally called memory jogger. So those are some things for your 100's list and what the 100's list is. The second list, the potentials list, people have asked me, like, what is the difference between the two? Aren't they the same? For me, they are not the same. My 100's list is just people, okay, from my markets, which we talked about in part 1. My potentials list is people who have expressed interest in any product or the business. Okay, I have 2 different lists. I have a potential low customer list and a potential distributor list. So it's anyone who's like commented or asked me a question, or maybe someone I've wrapped before or that I've had a conversation with. That is who goes on my potentials list. So there's a difference between the two, okay? So now that you've got all of that taken care of, you have your list ready, we're gonna go ahead and go on our little guide here. So the first one is, are there any duplicate people that are on both of your lists? And I have you list 10. I mean, there could be more, you know. I like to know if they match, if there's someone on my 100's list and the same person shows up on my potentials list, because that's a good sign that you had thought of them on your list and they had expressed interest at one point or another. And the reason I do this is because these 10 people, then I can start building better relationships with and hopefully help them product or opportunity wise as well. So I like to see who's on both. So that's why I have you do that. And I encourage you to do this every week or every month. Go through and check. Your 100's list never stops. Your 100's list, you just keep adding people to it. We talked about expanding markets. As your markets expand, so does your list, okay? The world is your market, okay? Whether it's warm, cold, or Target, or some of each. Your 100's list will never stop expanding. You could have like a 600 list. So you always want to have that with you. I have like 5 million lists and I need to go through and compile them. But You want to always be expanding that list. Your potentials list also will continue to expand. Each time someone new asks you, comments, likes, whatever, add them to it, okay? It's constantly growing, all of these. So the next part on your guide, it says take one page of your 100's list and write down how you know them, one fact about them, and what product they could be interested in. Okay, so you're doing 3 things with the first page of your 100's list. How do you know them? You could say, met them went to high school with them. That's an easy one. One fact about them, they have 2 kids. What products could they be interested in? This is where you're going to be thinking, oh, let's see. I know that she has 2 kids. Maybe she would be interested in wrapping or the stretch mark cream. Okay, just start thinking about that. So take one page of your 100's list and do that. You can also do this for your potentials list. It helps you keep track of people and how you know them, how you're building a relationship with them, and what product that they have inquired about. So the next part says, repeat the above for your current potentials list. So if you want to pause this one-on-one guide now and do it, please do so. This one-on-one video is not going to be quite as long as the last one. There's a lot of stuff on this guide that will be your responsibility, because I can't go into your 100's list and explain that and do all that. I can't go through your potentials list and do that. So that is something that you're going to be needing to do. Okay, so go ahead and pause, finish that. When you're done, come back and we'll keep going. Okay, so the next one on your guide, after you've completed the 3 things about these individuals on your list, is I want you to think on how you follow up with your current potential loyal customer or potential loyal customers, distributors. How are you following up? Following up is checking in. Hey, I know that you were interested in hair, skin, nails. I'm actually helping people get started on that product tonight. I was wondering if you would want one of those spots as one of my loyal customers or as one of my product testers. Text, phone call, email, talk to them, Facebook message, not on their wall, please. Okay. How are you following up currently with your loyal customers, or are you not? You have to think about how you're doing things right now and evaluate if that is working or if that's not working. And if it's not working, you need to change how you're following up. So this is all about thinking, figuring out what's working for you. So below that, I have numbers. It says 2 by 2 by 2, or there's 3 by 3 by 3. The reason I have both of them is because some people like to use one or the other. And now you're like, okay, what is that? Hello. So say you make contact with someone, or someone's interested in trying wraps, okay? After that first initial contact, you find out some information about them, right? You add them to your potentials list. 2 days later, you follow up with them again. Like, hey, just checking in, or hey, how are you doing? Following up does not always mean about the product. Okay, remember, we're building relationships. So that's the first 2 is days. The next 2 is weeks. After 2 weeks, check in again. All the while, you know, you're building a relationship with them. So the middle 2 is weeks, and then 2 months. Okay, so after those amount of time is when you follow up with people. Some people like to do the 3 by 3 by 3. I personally think the 2 by 2 by 2 is my favorite. It's better for me. So I want you to think about which one you want to be using, or maybe you're already using one. So go ahead and write down what those numbers mean and circle which one you're going to do, the 2 or the 3. Another thing I need you to consider in you're going to write this down on your paper and in your calendar, is the last question. What day of the week are you going to make sure all of your follow-ups are done on? Now, it could be different for different people, but if, say, by Friday, you haven't followed up with people, you need to make sure that Fridays are dedicated to making sure that you are following up with those individuals. It can be whatever day of the week. I think Friday is a great day because you can do follow-up Friday like it's FF, right? And people get paid on Friday. Okay? People get paid on Friday. Great day to follow up. All right? So write down literally on your paper right now, what day are you going to make sure you're going to do that? Then put it in your calendar. Okay? So go ahead and flip the page over. And it says every month pick a new page of your 100s list to work on. Do the thing. This could be every month also. Do this 3 things. You want 3 things. Do that. And then I want you to do this, the following. There's little bullet points. Contact them. Hey, so-and-so, just checking in with you. Wanted to see how you're doing. I saw you posted about your daughter had a really cool performance. She looked so cute when she was doing it. Contact, initial contact. Then you are going to start building the relationship. Normal conversation. Do not bring up It Works when you make initial contact with someone from your 100s list, okay? Just don't do it. You are wanting to build a relationship with them, get to know them, find out what's going on in their life, like stuff on their wall. I mean, if you're close enough to them, texting, but you know, we're a social media world now, so Facebook is kind of how it goes. Be involved in their lives because they're going to show up on your news feed. You will show up on their news feed. So you're not saying anything about It Works during the contact and relationship building, but they are probably seeing you post about it once in a while. Okay. The next thing is maybe you bring up It Works in a nonchalant way, or they say something to you about it. That's when you can bring in suggestion. All right. Say that you're developing this relationship and you find out that they are really struggling with weight. You know, people talk to you. If you just develop a relationship, they're like, yeah, the holidays really kicked me in the butt. I ate so much sugar. And you can be like, oh my gosh, I totally understand. Like, that is why I'm so glad that I've been able to help my sugar addiction. Alleluia. Okay. That's like a little suggestion. They're like, oh my gosh, what are you doing to help your sugar? Something, something. That's when you suggest, tell them, invite them. You're not being pushy. Okay, that is not the point of this contact relationship building. But you slowly ease in there. Or someone's like, maybe they bring it up and say, oh my gosh, I saw that you had posted something about stretch mark cream, and I actually just had a baby, like, can I use that? Is that safe for me to use? Be like, yes, oh my gosh. I have seen so many people have amazing results with stretch mark cream. I would love to see how it would work on you. Suggest. Never underestimate the power of suggestion. Those are just some examples. The next one is where you follow up with them about the product while you're still building relationships. Okay. After follow-up, the goal is to sign them up and then follow through. We don't sign people and leave them in the dust. You want to follow through. Hey, did you get your product? Hey, let me help you explain how to use these so you can have maximum results. All while you're building relationships outside of the It Works spectrum. Okay? Every month, pick a new page of your 100s list to work on. You can also go ahead and compare your potentials and your 100s. Do this, and really, this is how you're going to expand your business, your network, everything, okay, by doing those things. The next part is, how do your potentials prefer to be contacted? And this could be different for everybody, okay? Totally different for everyone. If they would rather you text them over a Facebook message, goodness sakes, text them instead of a Facebook message, all right? So you could write a T or a FB, all right, next to their name, so that you know, okay, when I follow up with them about this product or whatever the opportunity, they want me to send them a text message instead of a Facebook. Get out your phone, send a text message instead of going on Facebook. Me, I hate phone calls. So if I am a customer with a makeup company or something, all right, I don't want them to call me and see how I'm liking my makeup. I would rather them Facebook message me. And after Facebook messages, texting. That's how I roll. Okay? Everyone's different. When you sign them up as a loyal customer, you can say, okay, you know, I really want to make sure that you're getting your maximum results. How do you want me to follow up with you and keep in contact? Would you rather phone call, text message, or Facebook message? You can ask them that. All right. Next one. You need an organization method for your contacts, your lists, and loyal customers. There's a girl on my team. She does like index cards. That's how she follows up. Some people do binders. Some people use the computer like Excel, or they use their eSuite or whatever. I personally use my Steps to Success because I print them out every month, which you should be doing, and I write people in as they sign. And then I write their ID number, and then I write what product they got so that I know when they signed up and then when their second and third month are. That's how I organize them. And then I file like in a binder all my Steps to Success. So I have everyone right there. I got that suggestion from Ambassador Diamond, Amber Parker. That's how she does her Steps to Success and contacts. My lists, they're in a binder also on lined paper. All right. You need to have organization for this. Otherwise, people are going to get lost as you sign them up or as you're contacting them. So that is the little one-on-one guide for your 100s list and your potentials list. This was specifically on lists. I will be doing a webinar, not one-on-one-ish, but a webinar on how to talk to potentials. So that will come later, but that's what, sorry, I'm looking at all my stuff. That's what the second one is about lists and why they're important and how to use them. Anyways, go ahead, get all that stuff done, and then we'll see you in a little bit for the part 3, the guide number 3 on products and loyal customers. Love you all. Bye.